flow is about mobility. I initially planned it for my husband, who's a rugby player. So this is to let you know that anyone can do this flow. You don't have to be an experienced yogi. It could be your first class. So I hope you enjoy it. So I would like you to start at the top of your mat. I'll stay here so you can see me. So let's start in Tadasana mountain pose. So with your feet hip width distance and your hands next to your body, try to ground yourself. And if you're wondering what does it mean to ground yourself, it means to not just stand. So tilting in your pelvic bone, finding good balance in your feet and keeping straight back. So we're going to take 5 deep breaths, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth at your own pace. So inhale, raise your hands above your head and exhale through your mouth. Inhale. And with each inhale, try to raise and reach a little bit higher. And with this last inhale, keep your hands up, interlace your fingers. And with the exhale, you're going to tilt to the right side. Make sure that when you tilt, you're staying in line with your body, that you don't go forward to get a good stretch. We'll take 5 breaths here, enjoying that stretch in the side body. And with your last inhale, you're going to let yourself down, making a circle with your arms. All the way to the bottom of the floor, touch the mat, and then raise yourself back up. We're going to do this 10 times at your own pace. Just remember, exhale, you go down. Inhale, you go up. Exhale, you go down. Inhale, you go up. Keep your head between your arms. And with this last inhale, stop in the center and reach upwards. Keeping your head between your arms, your ears touching your arms. And now we're going to lean to the left side. Remember to lean in line with your body and take 5 breaths here. And with the last breath, then exhale, and you're going to make circles again, now to the other side. We're going to do 10 circles counterclockwise. Exhale, you lower. Inhale up. Exhale, you lower. Inhale up. And with your last inhale, stop in the middle, keeping your ears touching your arms. You're going to bring your hands with the fingers interlaced right behind your head, creating a little hammock. And you're going to let your head go backwards, look up. And now you're going to start slowly opening up your arms to open up your chest. If it feels good for you, you can start laying backwards a little. Remember to keep your core engaged, your pelvic bone tucked, and open your chest. You can push a little bit with your head and open your arms. And going to take 5 breaths here. And with your last exhale, you're going to tuck in your chin, tuck in your head, and start lowering all the way to the floor, vertebra by vertebra, until you make it all the way to the floor into a forward fold. You can bring your hands to the floor. You can let your head hang loose. You could add a little bend to your knees to get a really good stretch in the back of your legs and your lower back. If it's comfortable for you, you can hold on to each opposing elbow with each hand and fold forward. We're going to take 5 breaths here. You can keep static, or you can sway side to side, or you can pedal your feet. Whatever feels better for you in your body. So from here, I'm going to quickly move to the front of the mat. And as we were lengthening our spines, I'm going to put both hands on the mat under your shoulders. And we're going to send the right foot backwards for a low lunge. Bring your knee to the floor, untuck your toes, and look upwards. You can make little tents with your hands, and we're going to sway from front to back. So this is the front. So exhale and we move backwards, stretch our leg, and then forwards. You can add right here some help. You can add some blocks. If it's more comfortable for you, to help the swaying, to help holding on. You can choose the height, whatever makes it more comfortable. It's always good to use blocks because sometimes it even helps with the stretches. We're going to do 10 reps at your own pace. Remember to open your chest when you sway forward. So in the 10th rep, we're going to stay in the low lunge, and we're going to bring your hands upwards and stretch a little bit, and you're going to then let your left hand go behind your back and lower your right hand to hold on to the left and cross them behind your back. If you need to use a strap, that's absolutely fine. It's encouraged. You can hold on to a strap or a belt or a towel. You can hold on to it behind your back. You don't have enough space to hold on to your hands, so you can get the benefit of the stretch. And then you're gonna bring yourself upwards, and the same as we were doing earlier, we're gonna fold forward into the left foot, but with our hands behind our backs in Gomukhasana. Then we're gonna take 5 breaths here. Lift yourself back up. Let go of your arms gently. And you're going to put your hands on the mat. And you're going to move your foot outwards. Put your hands inside your foot, left foot. And we're going to go into the lizard pose. So making sure that your knee doesn't go over your toes. You can also use blocks here. You can lower yourself onto your elbows. You can untuck your toes, or you can keep them tucked, whatever feels more comfortable. And we're going to sway gently side to side. Your left foot doesn't have to be in a straight line with the mat. Actually, it's better if it's in a little bit of a V, whatever is the natural position of your hip. And from here, we're going to come back up to our hands, and we're going to open up our left foot further out in the mat, the position where you can give your hip a little bit more space. And from here, we're going to lift our knee off the floor, and we're going to sway from side to side 10 times at your own pace. Now we're going to bring our foot further out in a position where you can give more space to your hip. So you have to find what's comfortable for you. Just keep it in line with the natural position of your hip. So for some people who are more flexible, it'll be completely at a 90-degree angle. For people a little bit less flexible or with hip tightness, it'll be closer. However it feels comfortable for you. So with both hands on the mat, under our shoulders, we're going to lift the right knee off the floor, and we're going to sway from side to side. Going to open up your hips, give them a little bit of movement. And we're going to do this 10 times at your own pace. Keep in mind your breathing. Now you're going to put your knee back on the floor, and you're going to bring your left knee to meet your right knee, and you can sit on your heels. So from here, we're going to engage our core and our thighs, and we're going to lift ourselves up, bring our hands above our heads. With an inhale, you lift yourself up and bring yourself back down. We're going to do that 10 times. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, make sure to keep your pelvic bone tucked. And with your last one, you're going to tuck in your toes, and you're going to sit back down onto your toes. And with this, we are aiming to stretch the soles of our feet. So here it's important for us to try to get all our toes touching the mat. So you need to help them out with your hands a little bit. That's okay. And we're going to sit in here for a couple of minutes. We're going to sit like this for a couple of breaths. We're going to do 10 breaths in our own pace, and just think about the benefit that this is bringing to you. When you stretch the bottoms of your feet, which we very rarely stretch, you allow for there to be space all over your body, because if the soles of your feet have space, then everything else can have space to stretch. So we're going to keep here for 10 breaths. If it's comfortable for you, you can close your eyes. Just remember, when it starts to hurt a little, that This stretch will help you stretch every bit of your legs. Once you start feeling it, you'll start feeling it going all the way up to your thighs. And remind yourself you can do hard things. If you focus on your breath, I think I've put you through enough now. And it's also burning me a lot, so we're going to continue. We're going to untuck our toes and go into cat-cow. So with your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees in line with your hips, and we're going to untuck the toes and we're going to make little kicks just to get them a little bit more, just to get a little bit more blood flowing. Just a couple of kicks. Feels good, doesn't it? Alright, now we're going to go into 10 cat-cow breathing. So inhale. So as you exhale, you're going to push your hands away from the mat. Tuck in your chin to your chest. Arch your back. Tuck in your pelvic bone. And inhale, you're going to open up your chest, look upwards. And untuck your pelvic bone. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, look upwards. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, look upwards. So we're going to do this 10 times at your own pace. Remember to tuck and untuck your pelvic bone each time. And with your last exhale, you're going to tuck in your toes and come into downward facing dog by pushing yourself backwards and stretching your knees. Here we're going to take a couple of breaths as well. So you can pedal your legs here. And remember to push yourself away from the mat with your hands. So you can keep your back as straight as possible. If you need to, you can put a little bend of your knees. With your last breath, you're going to bring your right foot forward to meet your hands. We're going to bring your knee to the floor for the low lunge, and we're going to sway from front to back. Stretching the right leg and looking upwards. Exhale, back leg. Inhale, look upwards. You can use your blocks. We're going to do it for 10 times. And with your next one, you lift yourself off the mat, raise your hands above your head, inhale, let yourself stretch a little bit into this low lunge. And now we're going to grab hold to our hands behind our back, but on opposite sides. So if you did left hand behind your back last time, now this time do right hand. There's always a side that's a little bit tighter than the other. For me, this is my side. But remember, if you use a strap on the other side, use a strap on this side as well. Take 5 breaths. And now we fold forward for 5 breaths here. Okay, we can come back up. You can let go of your hands slowly. So we're going to bring your hands to the mat, come into the lizard pose, and we're going to heel toe our foot outside of the mat. We're going to bring our elbows to the floor. If you used blocks last time, go ahead and use blocks this time as well. And we're going to sway a little bit from side to side. Ten breaths. We're going to come up to our hands and we're going to bring our right leg a little bit further out, giving space to your hip. And you're going to lift your left knee off the floor. We're going to sway from side to side, opening the hips. Take 10 breaths here at your own pace. From here, you're going to bring your left knee to the floor. Bring the right knee to meet the left knee. Untuck your toes. Sit on your heels. And you can open your legs as wide as the mat. Even wider if you need even more space. And take one big inhale. Raise your hands above your head. Look up. Open up space in your back. And fold forward. If you'd like a deeper stretch, you can bring your hands to tent, make little tents with your hands, and let yourself fold forward. We're going to stay here for 10 breaths. Now lifting ourselves up, we're going to walk with our hands and lift ourselves up into a seated position. And keeping that same aperture of the hips, we're going to tuck our toes and push ourselves all the way back into a Malasana Yogi squat. So basically keep your feet the width of the mat. Keep your back straight. You can bring your elbows to your knees to open up so you don't collapse into the squat, but you're holding yourself up a little bit. And we're going to take 10 breaths here. You can close your eyes. That makes it more comfortable if you feel comfortable enough to do so. If this yogi squat is not available to you, if it's too uncomfortable to get here, you can also stay up here. Same applies. Open up your hips as much as you can with your elbows. And you stay here for 10 breaths, the same as if you were on the yogi squat. And now you raise yourself all the way up. Bring your feet together into a forward fold. If your legs are a little tight, remember to add a little bend in your knees and you let your head fall. You can hold on to opposite elbows, or you can just let your hands fall free. If you still want a little bit more stretch, you can hold on to your arms behind your back, interlace your fingers. And with an exhale, you're going to come closer to your thighs. Bring your core closer to your thighs with core engagement. And in your next inhale, lift yourself up, bend your knees, come into a chair pose. Push your knees together, lift your arms to your head, around your ears. And we're going to stay here for 10 breaths. And with the next inhale, lift all the way up to mountain pose. Touch your hands above your head, interlace your fingers. Pull yourself up. One big inhale. And sigh out. Bring your arms next to your body. And for this next part, we're going to go to a wall. So I hope you have the space in your house. If you don't have the space to go for a wall, hold on to a chair. We're going to start with our right hand on the wall, because I'm already here. I'm just going to use it for some balance. And you're going to bring your weight, and you're going to shift the weight of your body slightly into the right foot, lifting the left foot off the floor by just a teensiest bit. And we're going to use our leg as a pendulum. We're going to kick upwards and then let it fall. Kick upwards and let it fall. We're going to do this for 10 times. Try not to kick backwards, but kick forwards. And then let go. Kick forwards, let go. Kick forward, let go. It's not about how far up you can get it. It's about your core and your thigh working together to move your hip and hinge. And with your last one, you're going to stop in the center and lift your knee to fold. And we're going to create circles. First, we're going to do 10 counterclockwise, and then we're going to do 10 clockwise. Circles with our knee, with the same movement where our core and thighs make the effort to hinge. We're going to give our right leg a rest, and now we're going to again bend our knee, lift it up, and do 10 circles clockwise. Now both feet on the ground, I'm going to turn around and do the same on the opposite side. So send your weight slightly to your left foot this time and start kicking forward with your right foot 10 times. Okay, I'm going to bring it back down. And now we're going to do circles with our knees. We're going to start clockwise, 10 times. and then we switch sides. Very well. So for the last part of our class, we're still going to use the wall. So ideally you do have the space. We're going to come as close to the wall as we can, and we're going to sit down and bring our legs all the way up the wall. Legs up the wall is a great exercise. So if ever you're having lower back pain or problems to sleep, give this a try. So for today, we're going to bring our right ankle to the left knee, folding our right leg, and then gently we're going to fold the left leg to stretch our right leg a little bit. We're going to take 10 breaths here. You can go as deep as you need, or you can stay as far up the wall as you need. Just listen to your body, see what feels good to you. This is a moment again where you can close your eyes. Since we're coming to the end of the practice, you can start bringing your breath to a normal speed. Little by little, you can bend your knee more, ensuring that you have your right leg on flex, pointing upwards, engaged. Now we can gently walk our leg up the wall again and bring the right leg back to the left leg, bring the left ankle to the right knee to do the stretch on the other side, and slowly engaging your feet, you can bend the right knee to get the good stretch. Again, we're going to take 10 breaths here. You can go into the stretch however you need it. You can close your eyes. Listen to your breathing. Listen to your body. And with the last breath, you're going to gently bring your leg back up the wall. Once it's up, then you're going to bring the left leg to meet it. And we're going to stay here for 10 breaths with legs up the wall. And if it's comfortable for you, if you have the space, if you feel like it, you can close your eyes and gently open your legs and let them fall to the sides, little by little, until you get a good stretch in the insides of your legs. And you can add blocks here if you want some support. And little by little, you can open a little bit more, using your breath as an anchor. Feeling your breath going through your body. You can stay here for as long as it serves you. You can bring your legs back all the way up and stay here for as long as it serves you. Listening to your breath, being grateful to yourself for doing this practice, for taking the time for yourself, for prioritizing your health and your mobility. And enjoy it for as long as it serves you. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I hope you're feeling a little bit more mobile, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for practicing with me.